Right, welcome to Chelsea Table Talk. And this time around, as it be now when it comes to Chelsea Table Talk, we agree to disagree or we disagree to
I agree.
agree. There's this topic I want us to talk about. There's this particular argument I want us to balance in this place. Also, the fans will be involved in the comment section. Looking at Cucurella and Reece James, the other day we talked about four player and we say pick the one that you will sell minusing injury, and you picked Reece James
Yeah.
and he picked Cucurella. And I observed something. You people were now trying to dialogue. You people were now trying to balance the equation between the two players, like who is better. Cucurella at his prime, Reece James at his prime. Who is better? Who will you pick?
Now, the first question I will even ask, based on what you are asking, the first thing I will put like an answer, it will be a question like, is this Cucurella's prime? Now, what we are seeing is just like a 30% of Cucurella's ability. Now, Dave's emphasis is always on James' peak. Good at his peak, he was very good. I will never dispute James' ability of scoring goals, of always being a good giver of ball in the area box, and some of his Maggie and Pepe weighing the ad for the team. But I'll still put it to people. I don't know how people see Cucurella, but I feel that if Cucurella adds a bit of organization in his game, he's good. He's a very sharp player. Like, he grows every game. You see something new about Cucurella. He's a very sharp player. But if Cucurella adds a bit of organization, which I can only put that is what James is using to be ahead of him.
So in all, James is more better than Cucurella.
I will not say James is more better, but defensive, because you will have to call defensively wise, you cannot rate James ahead of Cucurella. Who can put that as an argument? You cannot.
You say you cannot rate James.
Defensively wise, you cannot rate James ahead of Cucurella.
Wow. It shock me.
I know if he shock you for this one.
But you get one thing when you talk.
Yeah.
I want you to counter you now. You say, when is this Cucurella's prime or is this his peak? Whenever in peak we want come, make him come. We don't know. Now wait till we see now. We they use George. So you first ask yourself, between all the clubs you have been playing for, you played for the likes of Getafe.
Yeah.
You played for Barcelona, I think probably the second or I don't know whether
He
the
played
second
for.
team.
He was not really.
He was not really
They don't
involved.
use them here for Baka.
He played for Brighton. Now he has come to Chelsea. Between these clubs where he don't play for now, where he don't play in best football so far.
For me, I will pick and say he don't play in best football for Chelsea.
Okay, so comparing the peak of James and this one where we don't see now for Cucurella for Chelsea,
Yeah.
you go talk say they better. Now you say if Cucurella can add
A bit of organization.
a bit of but
Organization.
James, everything where they talk about, he get am. Everything where
If you want to compare these two players, if you want to see, when they compare players,
Okay.
you know what they call stats.
Okay.
You go use different stats, they follow up this player. Now you go know who they are ahead of each other. Now, I don't put one thing to you. Say defensively wise, Cucurella they ahead of James. Put and prove me wrong, say I dey lie.
Defensively wise.
Yes.
Now I can prove to you that in one-on-one, James is far better. One-on-one defending, James is far better than Cucurella.
Prove.
If you're talking about area balls, area interceptions, James is far better than
It's
Cucurella.
a lie. Let's go to stats. Now lie. I don't agree that one.
Oh,
Before me, I come up here for this. Before me, I come up here because after the shoot that day, and I see the comment of people. I say, man, really go check these two people their stats. Guy, Cucurella in area balls is better than James, bro. You cannot dispute that. Even check out for Chelsea. Like for Chelsea, man, don't even go in former club. Because going to Cucurella at Getafe, because I had to go and watch his highlights. Cucurella say, I don't know what they do him. He said those shots where we say James they shoot. He did for Cucurella body. He did in body, but he has not yet like unfold those.
that is why I'm saying
abilities of him.
Him not unfolding it. Whose fault is it?
And I'm telling you that this is not his peak.
Why you say how can you
In Cucurella speak,
now we
like
are comparing
on
we are
Foden-
comparing the both of them now.
Yes.
You cannot be telling me that this is not his peak.
even at this is speak.
Why okay, why are you saying that if Cucurella is not at his peak, why are you comparing him to a player like James?
Defensively wise, Cucurella is ahead of James. But in a terms of like playing an organized football, I can say James is ahead of Cucurella.
You need to check their defensive record and check their offensive record.
I have checked it.
And before I will come here to even say it, I have checked it. It's just that I don't know if you can put it up here for people to
Can we
see.
put it up here?
We'll
Yes,
put
that
it.
defensive record. I have checked it also.
And I have checked mine, of which I believe that Reece James, defensively, I called some things for you. I can't put up a particular number because I didn't cram it in my head. But when I made my research, James has more interceptions. Offensively wise, he's better than Cucurella. One-on-one defensively, he is better.
Where did you get your... Because I can tell you that I got my own stats from the Premier League. You know, if you go on Google now...
You can't use Premier League. You are using all round now. You are using all round.
All round.
Yes,
If you are
can't
even
use
talking
Premier
about
League
all
now.
round, like this, I'm even speculating Cucurella in Chelsea. This is the stat I'm taking between Cucurella in Chelsea and James in Chelsea. But guy, I'm still putting it to you that defensively wise, Cucurella has more better records than James. This is not something we should argue. You know, go on YouTube and search. There's a word that they tag Cucurella as the word striker that saved Chelsea. Sorry, the word defender that saved Chelsea. It's up there. He started showing up himself from the ending of last 2 seasons down to last season. But in just that period of time, Cucurella showed himself. I'm not even talking about his abilities that he showcased at Brighton. You know, there was a reason why Chelsea picked him. It was not just about one certain match that they watched him. Cucurella himself is just like, which player will never look for the Premier League? Tell me which player will say if Cucurella jump for that Premier League, go feel overshadow him. But there are some players that in James' wing, they can overshadow James, which we as Chelsea fans we have seen.
Have you seen? Tell me one.
Oh, by players,
Give example because we know the reason why you even have the mind to be calling Cucurella where James is because of the injury problem and because he didn't play much games for Chelsea. You understand? And I thank God, Mr. Peter, that day you specifically said keep injury aside. Now we are talking about
Pure football.
pure football.
Now
Football.
watch the best of James.
We have seen even best players in the world
Yes.
refer to James as the perfect right back.
Okay, mention the best players.
Now, they are not James and Cucurella, they are not playing the same
position, yes.
But why do they refer to him as a perfect right back? What makes you a perfect right back? Because as a right back or as a left back, you play in the wings, you support the wingers. Now you must have two things, two key attributes. You must be able to contribute to the team offensively and defensively. What makes Nuno Mendes a little bit ahead of Cucurella is because of his offensive attribute that Cucurella does not really possess. Yes. I might say that.
Can you just be a bit like plain so that people understand? Because people might not understand when you say offensively. Nobody get that.
Attacking wise now.
Attacking wise.
Who know to be offensive?
Okay.
Attacking wise.
That's
So,
pushing forward.
Pushing forward. You must have these two attributes. Now you cannot tell me that even with Cucurella's trying to play very well offensively, you cannot compare it to James.
How many of Cucurella game you don't watch for Spain?
What are you saying? I watched the Euros.
I don't want to go to. Let me just take him. Let me
Euros.
take it out of Chelsea. Let me take it out of the whole Chelsea scenario and put it at Spain. Did you watch Cucurella against Spain against France? Their last game, their semi-finals before the finals they played against Portugal. Did you watch Cucurella? Do you know that to a point Cucurella was the one even inverting as a left winger? Why Nico was even coming to the center somehow? If you observe that in the game.
How many crosses did he make in that position? How many crosses
did
did he make in that
Spain
position?
did they play crossing game?
That is
Spain did they play crossing game? That is the pattern that Spain plays with. How many crosses did Spain they make for their match?
Sorry, I don't know. This is a source. I've been trying to just bring out my source. I hope it's okay for me to read from my phone.
Wow.
This is from ChatGPT. Now you might say ChatGPT doesn't know how to nothing concerns ChatGPT with sports.
Yeah.
But they are good in everything. So we can as well rely on their source.
Okay.
Now they said Reece James is better because I asked them who is better between Cucurella and Reece James, and they gave me a reason. Number one, all-round ability of Reece James. They said he combines elite level defending, physicality, and attacking quality. He can dominate a flank both ways. Very few backs in the world can do that consistently. Number two, higher ceiling. James has world-class potential when he's at his best. He's being compared to top right backs like Trent Alexander-Arnold, Joao Cancelo, and Kyle Walker. Number three, he's more influential. He directs and impacts games through goals, assists, key passes, and leadership. He's often a captain or leader on the pitch. Versatility at high level. That's the last one.
Okay.
He can play right back, wing back, and even right center back, and still excel in each role. And ChatGPT left one position, which is midfield. So versatility wise, he's ahead of Cucurella. What are you saying, bro?
I mentioned something.
But funny enough,
Okay.
I don't want to be
I'll
too
do it.
aggressive.
Yeah,
I know this conversation now, some people will say, but the two of them are not playing the same position. But don't forget, they are two fullback.
Yes.
Do you understand?
Yes.
You understand? Cucurella is playing as a left back.
James is playing as a right back. Yes.
Do you understand? But the thing is that, do you know that Cucurella, one way or the other, I'm not trying to downplay ChatGPT, but I'm trying to.
That one, I just in this thing
wait,
now.
I'm trying to be more straightforward there. Do you know that Cucurella on his own is also versatile?
He is.
Do you know that Cucurella has played the right back before under Pochettino, and he played it very well.
I'm coming
on
to
4
him.
different games.
On 4 different games, right?
And he played it when Gusto was injured, James was injured. It was when Gusto came back, that was when Cucurella have to, even when Cucurella went back to his left wing, some Chelsea fans was glamoring, he should continue.
I
that
want to prove
same
something.
thing.
I want to prove something.
But do you know that
Yeah,
James,
sorry.
if James played the left wing, he is not
James
stable.
cannot be
you
influential.
cannot say it because have you seen him play it?
He has
do that.
played, no, he has played the left wing.
James played left wing for where? When?
No, he has played the left
When
wing.
now
He
you
has
give-
been
you give him
influential in
match.
one of these games. I
No,
can't
James
really
played-
pick the game,
James
but
played
I
as
know
a left back for Chelsea.
he has done that.
Can you check
I
it?
can't-
Can you
Match
just go to
now,
Google?
match.
Can you go to Google and just check? Has James ever played as a left back before? And see if Google will not give the answer.
Okay,
It's
we
very
not-
simple.
we
Google will
not
give
get-
us.
You will tell me saying don't play left back for Chelsea. You could tell me when he don't play the left back for Chelsea.
I
Because
am.
for you to know-
Wait the point. I
now.
don't make it
Apart-
when
wait
they say the
now.
point.
Apart from that, when you talk about versatility too, I'm not trying to defend any. They are our Chelsea players, but we are
Yes.
just trying to talk about things. You understand? Because definitely, audience. will
Now
be
Chelsea
there-
talk, yes.
You understand? Audience will be there to deliberate and give their own facts too. They can counter us.
Sure.
Is allowed. Talking about Cucurella, if you put James in the midfield to come in to support Casado, do you know that he has some flaws in that midfield?
That one are
Which-
tactics now. Na
Wait
Maresca tactics now.
Which
Don't say that,
before
young
now,
man.
Before now, sir,
But you
Wait
know
now.
Cucurella can
Do you
do
know
better in
that-
that
do
midfield.
you
before
know
now,
that-
we
You
know
agree
say
that Cucurella can do better in that
Wait
midfield.
now. Before now, we know say James said they play now midfield when you even start with. Before Maresca will come and tell you that he sees James as a midfielder.
Okay.
Now we all know that him coming from that right flank into the midfield is not working.
It's not.
Maresca tactics.
There have been different
It's
times that
different from the
Maresca has
left-
played
the
him
left
directly
side.
in the midfield. That Maresca style, he plays him directly. He does not even play James from the right back to the midfield. He plays him like directly in that midfield position. Say support Caicedo. Okay, Mo will just go. Mo,
But do you know that Cucurella inverting helps the likes of Casado and Enzo to balance?
Oh yeah, change that formation and see how it helps. Change that style of play
let me tell
and
you
see how it
something about
helps.
versatility, sir.
Generally, that's what we are looking at. We're not
And,
looking
and,
at
and
how a
also,
coach
you
plays.
said James is influential in the game. Cucurella is also influential in the game.
See, I just read based on what
That is what I'm
ChatGPT
saying,
gave us.
nah.
Now,
But you know, ChatGPT can be wrong. Do you accept that? Do you accept that? Now, let me tell you something. I have solved some mathematical problem and I have put it to ChatGPT. In one way or the other, he goes solve to some point. When I say, this is not the answer, but this is what I'm getting. And I say, I think there was an error somewhere. Even part of the rules of that ChatGPT you are reading tells you that this is just a machine, an AI. It is bound to make mistake. Now, just no matter, if you just go on one website, just go pick that news from there. This is a ChatGPT might be given to you, might be something of 2 years ago. A blog from like 2 years ago. That's what ChatGPT might be displaying there for you. And you believe it. But talking about now, it's just a versatility. Did you watch this guy at Portugal's finals? Do you know that it was very difficult for Portugal to gain influence from Cucurella's swing?
You are using one game. You are using
I'm
Portugal
not
game.
using one game.
If
I can give you plenty games.
If you talk about
More
Portugal,
games to
I
come.
will tell you about Chelsea versus Real Madrid.
Okay.
Let James single-handedly lock down Vinicius Junior. You could not allow him to operate from that
Now,
wing.
we won this Champions League 2020-2021, if I'm not wrong. But 2021-2022, we still played Real Madrid. Why you no see lock that Vini boy?
What is the talk? Now
We still play am.
Now the following season, that when we play Real Madrid,
Uh-huh.
now James, at the time at that time where James locked down Vinicius Junior.
Where Real Madrid come out us?
It wasn't the Champions League winning season. I'm not talking about the Champions League winning season.
You are talking about the season after we won the Champions League.
Yes. We did not win that game, but you know they thought say Cucurella locked down or he locked down the winger of Portugal. Portugal still won the game. The
But
Portugal not still win.
I'm talking about the versatility now. The versatility
The
aspect.
versatility-
Now, this guy, he pushes from that left back. He arrives at the flank of Portugal's 18. Now,
That
he's
is-
arriving there. He's still very conscious
that-
of his defense to
That
arrive
is
back.
the goal. For you to see Cucurella, for you to be seeing Cucurella in our striking role positions. That is
but-
the
If
But
freedom.
if- but
Cucurella has
but if-
organization, he will be
But
more
if-
better than Mendes.
tell you,
But
when-
if you have
when
to
you
be
say-
realistic, if you weigh Cucurella and James right now,
Right now, if you are saying currently
no, whether current James entirely,
You are wrong.
entirely,
Overall.
yes, entirely. Defensively wise, will you pick James ahead of Cucurella?
I will pick James ahead of Cucurella, bro.
Yeah. Saying this is out of sentiment, man.
It's not
Man, this
sentiment.
is out of sentiment.
One on one, James is good. I know what I've seen. I know what I've watched. One on one, James is good. What are you telling me?
Don't say this. Don't
If
say
you
this.
say-
Don't
see,
say
that
this
is
because
why-
of you are seeing Mendes. Oh.
That is why you are particular. I keep asking you, are you particular about now? If you're talking about now, I'll tell you Cucurella. But if you say
I'm not
overall,
telling overall.
you say overall, I will tell
Overall,
you.
bro.
I will
Overall.
tell you that one on one, guy, James is a better defender. James is a defender.
You lie.
Bro.
You lie.
What are you telling me?
You lie. You lie. Bro, you lie.
It's just that there is no time for me to bring out their defensive
Please.
records. I had that thing. I think that was before yesterday. I had that thing, but we didn't talk about it that day. I would have brought that thing out and James was higher in terms of interceptions, in terms of area
Mr. Peter,
balls.
Okay, let's do like this. After the shoot, let's
Who's the better footballer?
We're not talking about a better footballer, yeah.
There are
If you're
two-
talking
there are two
about,
are
there are
good.
two are good footballers, but I mentioned something.
They're just
The
mentioning
only
some
thing
attributes ahead of
the only
each
thing I can
other.
give James ahead of Cucurella is just in terms of organization, bro.
What do you mean
That
by
if
organization?
Cucurella had organization for ball,
Wait,
like
the doctor say Cucurella not dey organized. As how? In what way?
guy, when
How is Cucurella not organized?
you know Cucurella does not really play that kind of organized. You know that type of how I go put it, like that type of flexible football. He does not really play it. If Cucurella is as organized and flexible as James, now if there was a match Cucurella played, I think that was in Brighton because I had to watch this guy very well. Cucurella is a big cross ball from that in flank, the entire 18 box. So
Why you know they cross am? Did they stop him from crossing it?
now, another thing now, let's go back to
Okay.
this. You're talking about the pattern of football. You mentioned when we're talking about James, you made mention of the pattern of football. Now, you know that in one way or the other, this Oga pattern of football, they affects Cucurella not to cross ball. You believe, Abi? Because now he
Okay,
always,
you agree that the pattern of the tactics of the coach can also influence the player not to play well.
but it has never influenced James in terms of playing in the midfield.
Okay, wait.
James is
No,
not
wait,
he's not good at
Wait.
that midfield position.
Wait, if
When
you
you
are-
put him for that right back, he go
Wait.
play him best for you. But say put James for midfield.
If
James
you
not go
are
deliver.
comparing the two players now we'll use what this one is ahead of each other to decide. Right?
Yes.
Now, in defending one on one, who would you agree is the best?
I would say pick Cucurella. 100
Okay,
and
I pick Reece James.
James.
In scoring of goals, who is more better in scoring
Oh,
goals?
this is the part I was waiting for. Now, as of James Prime, let me take it back to that 2001 because that was when this James we are even talking about. Really,
2021.
2021. That was when he really exploded.
Oga, no be
James dey
there.
score goal. James dey score goal well, yes.
Hmm.
But that thing now where James with that goals where James dey score. If you look am last season, Cucurella do am. I dey lie. Now, somebody made a comment in that when we are talking about that in the last time. Somebody said that James win games. Bro, that's shit, man. Cucurella wins games. How many games did Cucurella deliver you last season? Do you know that if we are really if we were to even crown anybody, the reason why Chelsea is in the Champions League, number one should be Cucurella. If we are to crown anybody, look at the Man U game. A whole left back arriving at the 18 box to knock the ball in the net. Look at Leicester.
Who is a better finisher? Gifts.
I'll still pick James because I'm here to see the best of Cucurella.
Thank you. Wait, you pick James, right?
Yes.
So me, I pick James.
Talking about a more versatile player, versatility.
Versatility.
Yes.
Now, let me tell you something about versatility. Versatility doesn't mean that maybe a coach, maybe in his tactics is allowing you to enter somewhere you're not supposed to enter. That is not versatility. Versatility means that this Cucurella you're talking about now, if Maresca is starting, is about to bring out an XI for a game, and he plays Cucurella, say Cucurella, you're playing in the midfield position today.
Yeah.
Nothing should carry you to go to left back. You're playing in the midfield position. Can Cucurella play 90 minutes in that midfield very well?
If he no play man, no it's in Kosam. The only issue.
Have you seen it happen before?
But I told you that he has played the right back before.
For 90 minutes.
James was
When
not available.
When James and
was
Gusto
not
did not
Pochettino. He played. This one is not
Guy.
this thing. I will never
I
forget.
tell you, Cucurella
He played
can
it
work
full
very
time.
well. If he plays somebody like Cucurella as a defensive midfielder, Cucurella will do, even though he cannot do as good as Caicedo, but he will give you at least 60 to 70% possibility that he can hold your defensive midfield for you. I can bet you on that.
Well, let us not get things more controversial. Everybody has given their own points, but the truth about the matter is that the both players are good.
They are good, yes.
You understand? No, we are not disputing that fact, but we just wanted to get key points that surpass this other person.
I never get my points. No, I know this.
I never even raise my points. Don't worry.
If time day.
We go do part
forgive
two.
honor.
We go do part two. Everybody just go bring more of your points. Come.
I
More
forgive.
goals.
For now, for the audience, this is to you people. We want answers at the comment section. Between Cucurella and Reece James, we know the both of them are playing different positions, but they are all fullback. You understand?
Yeah.
Between these two players, who will you pick at their peak? Which of them will you pick as your best at their peak? Is it James? Is it Cucurella? If you pick James, give us a reason.
Comprehensive reason.
Not James.
Nah, James.
If you pick James, that's not a reason. Give us the reason why you pick James. We need answers. Thank you very much. I remain your humble boy, Peters.
My name is Big Dave.
And my name is Gifto.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.